everybody and get some booms in the chat for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard and I'm going to give you 9 shots, whereof 4 of them is hole-in-ones, and I'm going to break it down completely for you so you can get a good chest. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also visit golfclashtommy.com for more content for the golden shot, but also for tournaments and tour play in general. Last but not least, to get the best text guides on the market, it doesn't matter if it's tournament or tour play, you go to patreon.com/golfclashtommy, link in the description down below. So let's take a look at the golden shot, and we're going to play hole number 4 of the Jamil Dunes from the recent spring major tournament. This is a hole that we have never had in the golden shot before, and I've been playing a total of 63 shots to get this guide happen. So we can win the cobalt chest for the dark blue ring, we can win the aqua chest for the light blue ring, then we do have the red chest, which is the crimson, and then we do have the yellow ring, which is amber chest, and then last but not least, if we do get an hole-in-one, we're gonna get the obsidian chest. And in this version of the golden shot, you can win berserker balls. And for those of you that has had or played with a ball like that, know how valuable that ball is, especially in tournament play. So make sure that you focus and you get yourself a couple of berserkers, because you will, whether you like it or not, you will be using them in a tournament in the future. If you do have more questions about the golden shot, you press the question mark on the top right, you get to the frequently asked questions. And if you have even, have a concern, or maybe you experience an error, then you press contact us and you send a ticket to the Golf Clash support. Above me you can see what type of adjustment we're gonna use. We're going to play with the golden long iron with whatever type of wind we're gonna have. We're going to play maximum distance with a 35% over adjustment, which is equal 1.35 per ring. And to make it even more simplified for ourselves, we go to the right side of the game screen where you can see the left column, which is the wind. Yes, we will be having a wind between 5 and 8 miles per hour. On the right column, you will see the amount of rings that you're going to adjust based on the wind that we are having. So for an example, if we do have a 6 miles per hour wind, we're going to adjust 4.4 rings and so forth. Obviously, you can use the text guides made based on this golden shot by Tony Richardson. Link to the text guide you can find in the description down below. You can also find it on the website golfclashtommy.com. And obviously I will go more in depth with that when we summarize the spin adjustments in the end. Let's take a look at the landing position. Here it's very important that you do not add any spin until you have found this position. And we're going to go with the bottom part of the red ring by the rough with the ball guideline, like the tip of the ball guideline going into the hole. And that's the easiest reference that we can use, because then we can take ourselves away from the bunker. We don't have to use that as a reference. But also, it's very important, do not add any spin until you have found the position. Because if you do add spin before, you're going to struggle big time in finding the correct position with your target. And the beauty with the golden shot is that we are playing with the same club, all of us, which means that the rings are the same size and therefore it's easier to replicate. So bottom part of the red ring by the rough with the ball guideline to the hole before you add spin. So let's start and take a look at the videos. There is 9 videos and I'm going to talk you through it, and then we're going to summarize in the end. So let's start with the first one here, and we're going to go with headwind, crosswind coming left to right, red ring by the rough at the bottom there, and then we're going to have the ball guideline to the hole, and then we're gonna add spin. I'm using 3.5 bar backspin, no side spin, and 6.7. We take a look at our chart and it says 4.9 rings. So we adjust the 4.9 and then it's time to take our shot. And as always, when it comes to the golden shot, to be able to work with the adjustment that we're having, you need to hit perfect. With a great ball, you cannot expect anything, and you need to, if so, be lucky with having any of the outer rings. We're coming a little bit too much to the left here, which means that we do need to add a little side spin to the right, but that's something that we are going to be able to work with going forward here in this guide. So we do get some Sahara cards, and last but not least, some Berserker balls. Now 7.5 coming tailwind and crosswind. Red ring by the rough line, ball guideline to the hole. You can see that I zoom in plenty to make sure that I do have the correct position. 4 bars of backspin, and I'm using 1 bar of side spin to the right. Remember, we played with some sort of left to right wind, but with headwind the last time. Now we do have tailwind, and we're actually using spin in the wind, which is not often, but that is because we are already using an over adjustment by using the 35%. 4 bars backspin and 1 bar right spin. You can see we come in here and just get that one zoom in though a little bit more to the right with the spin than we would be getting that one in the hole. Speed wise though, absolutely brilliant. We are just behind the cup, and this would have been a yellow ring if we wouldn't have got it already. And you that have followed my golden shot adjustments before know that my goal is always that if we do hit a perfect ball, we're going to have at least the red ring. Otherwise, I'm not satisfied with that adjustment. And obviously the wind is going to be in all types of angles, and sometimes, you know, it's going to be difficult to get it in the way that we want. 4 bars backspin, and we're using 1.5 bar side spin to the left, again using side spin in the wind. The 5.4 gives us a total of 4 rings, which is an easy adjustment to use, because always when it's a clean adjustment, it's going to be much easier to adjust for. Perfect ball, bounce on the fairway. We're coming in here and we are just missed that one to the left. A little bit too heavy on the side spin there, but again, we are, you know, so close to the hole. So with a perfect ball, I'm totally fine with the result that we're getting here. Quarterback, we do get Viper, and then we do have Razor, and then we do have Hornet, and we do have Apocalypse cards, and then Berserker balls. And then we go to the next one, coming with more or less a straight headwind, but with a little bit angled left to right. Again, bottom part of the red ring by the rough, ball guideline to the hole. And we're going to adjust with 3.5 bar backspin. And you can see here now that I'm using half a bar of side spin to the right. 6.4 gives us 4.7 rings. Adjust the 4.7, and you can see when I'm making my adjustment, I always pull over the bullseye. You may be wondering, why do I pull over the bullseye? It's because the bullseye is blurry, and when we're talking decimals, I do want to be as accurate as possible, and therefore I pull over. But come on. Really? I pull over the bullseye to make sure that I'm not a decimal, like decimal or 2 off, because that's very easy when we do not really know where the complete bullseye is. We do have some Amazon cards and Berserker balls in the end. We do have a headwind crosswind coming left to right. We've been so close on many shots. We are getting there though, and now we're going to use 3.5 bar backspin, and I'm using 0.8 side spin to the right. 7.9 is almost the highest wind that we can get. We're going to adjust 5.8 rings here for this adjustment. So 5.8 perfectly centered in the adjustment ring, very important. We're gonna let it pend 2 times, and then we hit perfect, and the ball is gonna bounce. We like the camera angle here. Can we get it in? No, we cannot. We still are so close there to get that freaking ball in the hole. Ambushes though, again, you know, getting as close as we're doing, I cannot complain about it, but obviously I would like to get that one in the hole. We have 4 more holes, 4 more shots to go, and we do start with a tailwind crosswind coming left to right. Not that much angle. I would say this is more tailwind than it is crosswind. And look what I almost forgot there. I was starting adding spin, and then I forgot, I need to put my landing position first before I'm adding spin. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm taking away the spin, then finding the position, and now we need to rush it a little bit because I already lost a couple of seconds. 4 bars of backspin, 1 bar of side spin to the right. 6.9 gives myself 5.1 rings. I need to take it on the first go. 0, very close to timing out. Bouncing on the fairway. And we get this one in for our first hole-in-one. Get some booms in the chat, everybody. Nice one. We finally got it after a lot of close ones here. And, you know, then we do have the Dart, and then we do have the Sand Lizard, and we do have Hornet, we do have Nirvana, and we do have B-52, and last but not least, the 9 Berserker balls. 6.7 coming headwind, crosswind, and this is kind of like a perfect southwest wind here. Bottom part of the red ring by the rough, ball guideline to the hole. Same type of landing position no matter what type of wind, and that's what I'm always looking for in the golden shot. 3.5 bar backspin, no side spin with this type of wind. 6.7, look at the table on the right, and we do have 4.9 rings. Again, very focused to be perfectly centered into the adjustment ring, so I'm not having, you know, a little curl here, a little overpower there, or stuff like that, because that's all going to affect the outcome of the shot. Bounce, bounce, and we roll that one in for a nice little hole-in-one. Perfect speed, get in right at a pin. And, you know, now we're gonna have a massive drop for this account. I do have Apocalypse level 5, and the cards that are coming here is going to be 14 Apocalypse cards, which I'm very, very pleased with, because that's gonna take me one step closer on getting to Apocalypse level 6. 2 more shots to go, and we do have the red ring by the rough line once again. Ball guideline to the hole, and then we're going to adjust, and we adjust 4 backspin, and we're having, as you can see with the side spin, we're using 1 bar of side spin to the right, because now we do have more crosswind than we do have tailwind, in my opinion. 5.5 gives us 4 rings in total, and then it's time to be perfectly centered into the adjustment ring and hit. Perfect. The ball is bouncing, and rolling. Left side cup though, but I take it all day and every day for another hole-in-one. Come on, let's hype it up in the shot. So, Crimson Chest, nice. Apache, we do have the Machete, we do have Sahara. Everyone loves when I say Machete. Last but not least, we do have another one coming right to left, crosswind and headwind. And now, if you do remember, we played a similar type of wind, got a hole-in-one before, but obviously we're gonna give it a go with the same type of adjustment. 3.5 bar backspin, 6 miles per hour, gives us 4.4 rings. We adjust for the 4.4, and then it's time to be centered into the adjustment ring here, and then we're going to hit. Perfect. Again, hitting a great shot will not be getting close. So you cannot expect that the guide is going to help you with great balls, even though I know we joke about this sometimes. But with a perfect ball, we should be getting close. Coming in very nicely, and for a nice hole-in-one in the end. And, you know, with the notes here for this golden shot, you're gonna see yourself being very close. Please have in mind that if you do miss a lot, or if you have been struggling with the golden shot before, make sure you put on the recorder before you play and record it, and then send it to me if you do want my help. But, you know, playing 63 shots, making this guide, I can make sure that this is as consistent as it gets, and with a perfect ball and with the correct adjustment, you are going to be super duper close, if not getting it in for an hole-in-one. So let's take a look at the spin adjustment for the different type of winds. And yes, this is not the text guide. The text guide is delayed, but once it's done, it will be uploaded on the website golfclashtommy.com, but also in the description down below. So if you want to take your shot, my recommendation is that you write down the spin adjustment, or that you pause the video and just take a look at it, or you take a screenshot of the spin adjustment here. Straight tailwind, which is a north wind, 4 bars of backspin. Tailwind crosswind coming left to right, which is northeast, 4 bars backspin and 1 bar side spin to the right. Tailwind crosswind coming right to left, 4 bars backspin and 1.5 bars side spin to the left, which is northwest wind. Crosswind left to right, which is going to be east wind, 3.8 backspin and 1 bar side spin to the right. Crosswind right to left, which is going to be west wind, which then is 3.8 bars backspin and 1 bar side spin to the left. Headwind, crosswind left to right, which is gonna be southeast wind, which is 3.5 bars backspin and 0.8 bars side spin right. Headwind, crosswind coming right to left. We're gonna play here with south west wind, which is going to be 3.5 bar backspin. Last but not least, south wind, which also is direct headwind, 3.2 bars backspin. So let's take a look at the landing position here, and we're gonna make it a little bit bigger. Bottom part of the red ring by the rough line with the bold guideline to the hole, and make sure that you do find this position before you're adding spin. Super duper important. Golden long iron, max plus 35. Use the VPR table on the right hand side as well, and then you will do well. In the end, everyone, thank you so much for watching this guide and tutorial for the golden shot. Difficulty level is hard. Get the best guides on the market by going to patreon.com/golfclashtommy. Thank you once again, and good luck in your Golf Clash game.